Good afternoon to you. Severe storms are moving through the region right now. Our WKYT First Alert Weather Day continues.
Do want to keep you right up to the minute here. Waste no time. Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, who I guess is taking a breath, and he's going to update us now on the latest. Chris?
Yeah, short breaths right now. We're dealing with all kinds of warnings, and guys, they're coming out fast and furious, and that's what happens when you have so many counties in our coverage area, but then you throw in this big line of thunderstorms that's spiraling around a convective complex that's to the west of us. Look at the current warnings that are out, and a lot of real estate covered by those severe thunderstorm warnings in the yellow, and that is a lone tornado warning that is back into Breckenridge and Meade County. That does not include anywhere in our coverage area, but numerous counties with severe thunderstorm warnings. Here's the WKYT tower cam, and this is a look at what had prompted a severe thunderstorm warning for southern parts of Fayette County. That has not been extended as of yet, but this is the cam. We're looking toward essentially the Athens area of southern parts of Fayette County. So that is our strong thunderstorm now. Can't call it severe, but we're going to continue to watch this sky across southern parts of Fayette County. If for some reason we got a little spin in a severe thunderstorm around our region, you know what? We would have a bird's eye view of that. So that's the strong and severe thunderstorm action to our south. To the west of us, now we're looking toward downtown Lexington, where those strong and severe thunderstorms are getting ready to move through. Hey, we just saw some hail video out of Frankfort. Here's the live cam, and I'm pretty sure that this is actually catching some of the hail that is falling on this live cam. So you can see those little, what look like marbles that are falling from the sky. Marble-sized hail reports coming out of Frankfort, and these storms have the potential for up to golf ball-sized hail. Severe thunderstorm warnings for numerous counties. We will see if we get any additional warnings that are coming out. Severe thunderstorm warning here in the northern parts of Rockcastle County. The other warning up into Berea allowed to expire. That storm has weakened tremendously. Into southern Fayette County, I'm a little surprised we didn't keep that warning going with this particular storm that is into southern parts of Fayette County. Now, this is likely producing some hail around the Jacobson Park area. That is getting up across the Richmond Road area. That is getting very close now to the Clark County line, so we'll watch that storm. It's zipping its way on through. Here's the Athens area. Charlesburg, we're not too far away from this strong thunderstorm, and that's going to roll its way. It's going to clip. Looks like the Hamburg Pavilion area. We may hear this one opening up over top the station on Winchester Road. Coming up here in just a matter of minutes, you may hear some hail hitting the roof. Strong thunderstorm here into sections of Jessamine County, and here's that severe thunderstorm on top of Frankfort. This thing is zipping through. This will be up into Peaks Mill and eventually now getting towards Stamping Ground in just a matter of minutes. So that warning now expanded into parts of Scott County, but up close and personal, the hail core, this is what the radar, people often ask, okay, it's a severe thunderstorm. Why is the radar showing white? That would make it look like snow. You know what that is? That's our radar saying, this is where we're likely getting hail from this severe thunderstorm. So that is just now to the north of the capital city, the Harvey Land area, Ridgeview Drive, and that'll continue to roll its way into western parts of Scott County. South side of Lexington, likely getting some hail with that one. So again, I'm a bit surprised we haven't continued that warning out of southern Fayette County and then rolling into Scott County. But there's the Stamping Ground stuff, and eventually that'll get towards Sadieville and Georgetown. Here's Lexington. We're live out at Bluegrass Airport on Versailles Road, and this is a live camera shot of the rain that is coming in. What appears to be happening is at the west side of Lexington, just getting in on a general thunderstorm. The severe action is now up around Frankfort and then across southern parts of Fayette County as well. Additional strong and severe thunderstorms farther to the southeast. So this warning into Mount Vernon until 5:15. Additional warnings for a number of counties until 5:30. And then a little farther to the south. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning, and now getting a tornado warning coming out here into Pineville. That is into Bell County. And that is with a storm that is working its way from northwest to southeast, and that is on top of the city of Pineville, and that is going to work its way quickly from northwest to southeast. So what we can do on this, we're going to go in and take a little closer inspection on this potential tornado. This is likely a radar-indicated tornado that we're dealing with here across Bell County. So this is near the TJ area. Let me plot this for you guys, and we'll slow the radar down so we get everything in the now mode. And that tornado warning is out for central parts of Bell County. It looks like Middlesboro is south of that, but this does include a part of Harlan County as well. So this gets into southwestern parts of Harlan County, and you can see that severe thunderstorm warning to the north, and now that brand new tornado warning that is out. That'll take us until 5:30, so that's a 25-minute lifespan on this particular cell that is rolling its way essentially right on top of the Pineville area toward the southeast. So I'm going to remove everything, and we're going to just bounce the radar out for just a moment. And what I'm going to do is, because this is, again, coming out as we're live on the air, we're going to take a look inside this particular storm. So we're looking at the Pineville area, and where you're seeing the varying colors here of the green, that would be winds that are coming in from the south, and then all of a sudden you got the red. This is right on top of the city of Pineville. So if you're in Pineville right now, you need to be seeking a safe shelter immediately as this storm continues to wrap up and make its way across Bell County. That will head toward TJ, but when we look inside of these storms, we are noticing indeed that rotation that is showing up here over top of downtown Pikeville. It's a fairly stout signature as of now, and knowing where this is real estate-wise, it's in between radar sites from the National Weather Service in Jackson, National Weather Service down in Morristown, Tennessee. So the farther away you get from a radar site, the beams kind of overshoot that, and you want to look at the low levels of any thunderstorm that is out there. But this, to show up that far away from the radar site, pretty good indication that we are seeing that rotation and the possible tornado. But again, nothing has been confirmed with this as of now. And that is the only tornado warning that is out into central or eastern Kentucky at the time being. So I'm going to go and we're going to look at exactly what the Weather Service was talking about here. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing the tornado over Cary or near Pineville, moving to the east at 30 miles per hour. So it is a radar indicated tornado that we are dealing with here across the southeastern corner of the state. Pineville, not an area you typically associate with tornadoes, but guess what? As we have found out numerous times over the past several years, the past decade, you don't have to have flat land to get tornadoes. The mountains, no match for a spinning thunderstorm. Severe weather, tornadoes are possible anywhere across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And that is exactly what we are talking about right now with that tornado warning that is out into southeastern Kentucky. If we could take Max 2, guys, I'm going to work on Max 1 here for just a moment. We'll take Max 2, and I'll show you where that tornado warning is so I can get my Max 1 box ready to go. So that tornado warning that is out across southeastern Kentucky until 5:30, Bell County and into Harlan County. That storm started out to the northwest into Knox County, and it continues to race its way toward the southeast, moving at around 35 miles an hour. And that strong rotation has been showing up right on top of the city of Pineville. So if you're in Pineville, you need to be seeking that safe shelter immediately. And the safe shelter that we always tell folks where to go would be that basement. And I know a lot of folks do not have a basement. We get that. So we try to send you toward that interior room on the lowest floor. That is where you want to get to. Lowest floor, put as many walls between yourself and the outside as is possible. That way you get the maximum protection. So it's like blankets when you're cold or when you're layering up in the wintertime. It is the same principle, folks. With a possible tornado outside, you put as many walls between yourself and the outside as is possible. And I can slow this particular radar down as I continue to work on my other box, and I know for a lot of folks at home, that means nothing to you, but it does to my director. So we're dealing with this storm that is, again, on 25E into Pineville, where you see the rotation showing up fairly well now. This spin is just to the east of Pineville. So if we are getting a tornado, it is along 221 and right on top of 25E. And that would be heading directly toward TJ and 119. That is a busy corridor, and especially this time of day. So if you're in that corridor, it's exactly where you need to be seeking a shelter, and you need to get off the roads. If it's a strong enough tornado, obviously cars, we've seen numerous times how they can be flipped very, very easily. And that is always a big concern. That's why we tell folks to get out of their automobiles and seek a safe shelter if possible. And with that possible tornado that is on top of Pineville heading toward TJ, folks down there need to be doing just that as of right now. So that tornado warning does get into the southwestern corner of Harlan County. Folks in Harlan, this does not include the downtown Harlan area. Folks around Alva, that is just to the west of you. We've got additional strong and severe thunderstorms that are just to the north of that with a severe thunderstorm warning. And then across parts of central Kentucky, numerous counties that are under severe thunderstorm warnings as well. That includes the capital city of Frankfort with the severe threat in Lexington that isn't as strong as of right now. And that severe thunderstorm up into Franklin County has weakened just a little bit. So that is certainly some good news. We take a picture, got some pictures of hail that coming in out of the Waddy area. That is just to the southwest of Franklin County. I believe that's over in the Shelby County area and right off the interstate, let's see, Peytona Waddy exit, I believe. And that's what we're dealing with. That is out of Shelby County. So you're looking at golf ball sized hail that was recorded with that particular storm as it made its way across sections of Shelby County and into Franklin County. But again, for folks who are watching us right now down into Bell County, you need to be finding that safe shelter, which is inside of the basement. If you don't have the basement, you do want to get to that lowest point of your home. And you've been watching me for a number of years talking about what to do in tornadoes. This is just a hard hat, right? Well, it's a decorative one from WKYT. But you know what? A hard hat can save your life. A batting helmet, a football helmet, a bicycle helmet can save your life in the event of a tornado. Why is that? Because wherever you are seeking shelter, you need to be protecting your head above all else. And if you're in a mobile home, you need to get out of there immediately. Mobile homes are no match for a tornado, but this graphic will show you where you need to be in the event of a tornado hitting your area. And again, this is only into central parts of Bell County, and that does include the city of Pineville. The areas in green, that is where your safest area will be. That includes stairs, a hallway, a closet, bathroom. The areas that are around the outside walls, well, that is the no-no. Those are the areas you do not want to be, and that's because obviously you're going to have limited protection because you're going to be closer to what we're dealing with the outside and that possible tornado. So let's reset everything and show you what we're talking about, because obviously we got a lot of folks who are impacted by severe thunderstorms as of now. Southwest of Louisville, severe thunderstorm warning and a tornado warning is out. So we got 2 tornado warnings across the state. You got one into the southeast. You got one that is coming out of Breckinridge County and into Meade County. And all the yellow boxes are severe thunderstorm warnings. Farther to the west, we may crank up some additional thunderstorms that would make their way on through. So here is the area that is under the gun right now. That is your tornado warning. Goes until 5:30 for Bell County and into Harlan County. We're going to take a look at this so that we're going inside. We're essentially looking at the winds. So everything else outside of the circle here, or the bullseye, the scope, is just showing regular radar, rain. So within this scope, what we're looking at are winds. We're going inside the particular thunderstorm that is in question, and we can do this with any shower thunderstorm, and you don't even have to have a thunderstorm, but that's how sophisticated this stuff is now. So we can look at just the winds. We can say, hey, radar, I don't want to see rain with this. I don't want to see anything else but the winds. And then I want you to color code those winds. So when you see the greens and the brighter reds here bumping up against one another like that, those are winds that are going in opposite directions here, which is what you need to get a storm to spin. Think about it as spinning a top on a table. What do you do with it? You give it a little spin, right? You go opposite directions. It's the same principle that we're looking at here with our radar. So between Pineville and TJ, this does not include Middlesboro. This is north of Middlesboro. This is where we need to be seeking that safe shelter immediately. And this does get into extreme southwestern parts of Harlan County. Downtown Harlan, we are not included in that. But boy, this is likely a hellmaker that is out in advance of this particular storm. And that is on top of TJ coming up here shortly. That severe thunderstorm warning to the north of that, the storm within that has weakened considerably, but now you've got intense thunderstorms on top of Manchester. And we're going to watch each and every thunderstorm to see if we get any spin within those. So we'll give each storm a little look over, a little X-ray or an MRI, whatever you want to call it. Boonville, Beattyville, back toward Irvin. Severe thunderstorm warnings. This produced large hail around parts of McKee into Jackson County, and then toward the southwest, northern parts of Rockcastle County. That thunderstorm has weakened considerably. Here's the one that produced that big-time hail earlier into sections of Shelby County. That was the one we were showing the pictures from. And can we pull those pictures back up again? Because that was some pretty prolific hail, and it kind of puts everything in perspective. So look at that. I mean, it looks like this guy's just he's getting ready to go play 18 holes later on today. I mean, that's some big-time hail. That's golf ball-sized hail that is showing up. And unlike a golf ball, that has ridges showing up as you get those those little hailstones to kind of glue together. They meld together, and they trip up and down that thunderstorm before they get heavy enough to fall to the ground. There's good news with this radar into central Kentucky. The severe threat for Lexington has weakened considerably. So those storms got into southern Fayette County, got into downtown Lexington, and decided they'd had enough. So the hail threat in Lexington, outside of some pea-sized hail, has been greatly diminished. But into Bell County, where we have that tornado warning that has a lifespan of approximately 15 more minutes, that is the area where we need to be seeking that shelter. And it's, these are severe weather safety tips. These are tornado tips. You guys hear over and over and over. But guess what? That's why we want you to remember them. That's why you hear them over and over and over, because we want to get this in your head. We want you to protect your head, because that is unfortunately where most fatalities occur within severe weather, thunderstorms, just high winds, or with tornadoes from flying debris, things that can fly around and hit you in the head. And obviously the thing that we preach first and foremost is to protect the noggin. So that's what we're doing in giving you those tips over and over again. Hey, we're in news right now, so we're not covering up any programming for you guys this go around. Severe thunderstorm warnings in yellow, and that tornado warning that continues for a small part of Harlan County and Bell County as of now. And this line of strong and severe thunderstorms into central Kentucky, and you're hearing the rain beginning to open up on top of the station here on Winchester Road. This stuff is beginning to fizzle just a little bit, but that's not the concern. And this is the same area that we were talking about numerous tornado warnings last night. We had at one point 3 different tornado warnings that were going for Pulaski County itself. This is the only tornado warning that is now out across the entire state. And it is for this storm that is on top of TJ. And this is, it's scooting along pretty quickly, and it's kind of running into another storm that is on top of the Harlan County line with Virginia. And there's a severe thunderstorm warning out across into the Commonwealth of Virginia now. And I suspect we're going to get a severe thunderstorm warning here any moment for the rest of Harlan County. Whether or not we get this tornado warning extended farther to the east, we will see. It looks like the rotation has weakened just a little bit. It's a little more broad right now. And what I can do, I can step off camera and we can move the wind velocity crosshairs and move that stuff just a little more to the east to give you a better view as that gets ready to cross out of eastern parts of Bell County and into Harlan County. And I'm also going to check while I'm over here and see what if we got any severe weather reports coming out of those areas, see what the National Weather Service is saying. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Callaway, east of Pineville. That much we know now, and that's going to be into sections of Harlan County coming up very, very shortly. That is moving to the east at around 30 miles per hour. This does not include downtown Harlan for that, so that's good news. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean that can't be extended as you go through the next little bit. So we got a new radar view on that wind velocity map that just came in, and it still has that rotation with it. It may not be the tightest rotation in the world, but I mean, you can see exactly what we're dealing with and why the Weather Service put that tornado warning out as opposed to a severe thunderstorm warning. Colors in green, everything is color-coded on a radar. We know that. What we're dealing with, this isn't your typical radar inside the bullseye or the crosshairs. We're dealing with the winds that are going in opposite directions. So you got a couplet. We got a couplet that we're talking about where the winds are spinning in different directions. And that's what we're looking for that possible tornado. Good news on that severe thunderstorm warning just to the north of that has been allowed to expire. But as sure as I say that, look at that. New severe thunderstorm warning comes out for Harlan County. That's what we suspected. That goes throughout most of Harlan County with that storm that is coming out of Virginia and trying to merge with our storm that is already on top of the Bell County area. Severe thunderstorm warning is also in effect for, let's say, we got Lee County. I see Owlsey County in this, over into Breathitt County. That is with a storm. Boonville, I think we're clear with this. Beattyville, worst of that is on top of us, watching those storms into Estill County that are lifting to the northeast. And that storm coming out of Manchester and Clay County is strong as well. We can hear the rain on our rooftop, Winchester Road. It's noisy, but this isn't the strongest storm in the world that is essentially parking itself on top of the Hamburg Pavilion area and making its way slowly but surely on the southern split here along the interstate and soon to be into Clark County. But it's going to rain for a while in Lexington now behind this. So you're seeing this filling in with moderate rain, rumbles of thunder. So we had some outdoor events this evening. Not looking to be the best in the world as of right now. So into Bell County, seek that safe shelter. Safest place to be is the basement interior room on the first floor. And above all else, we're going to protect our head. And I'm hoping we can get this tornado warning to expire in 10 minutes or maybe even let go just a little bit earlier than normal. We will see about that. Well, that's up to the National Weather Service down in Jackson. Let's check on our WKYT tower cam. And we're looking toward that western sky. Traffic slow go there on Winchester Road. Now we can take our camera view and we can aim it a little more toward the south. And Hamburg Pavilion in the distance. And there you see below our camera, that is Winchester Road. So it's, again, a slow go. And watch for ponding of water on roads. But the storms that are on top of Lexington right now, not considered to be severe. That is certainly some welcome news. Here's the view into downtown Lexington. Rains are lightening up there. And if we take the camera a little farther to the west, we'll go to Keeneland, where the skies are trying to break up just a little bit. So some good news there. Boy, those storms made their way into Lexington, doing a bit of a disappearing act. And that is a wonderful, wonderful thing to see, because those had some big-time hail with them. You saw that the pictures we had out of Shelby County just a little bit ago. That was with that severe thunderstorm that moved right on into the capital city. It is weakening as it makes its way in toward Stamping Ground, Sadieville, into Scott County. That's a potent thunderstorm, though, and that's kind of out on its own southwest of Louisville. That had a tornado warning with it a little earlier. But for now, the reason we're doing continuing coverage is still just for that one tornado warning that is out. Anytime there's a tornado warning in our coverage area, and folks, we have a huge coverage area here at WKYT, 40-plus counties, essentially, that we are responsible for to take care of. So it's not just Lexington, it's not just a Richmond or a Georgetown or a Moorhead or a London. We have a lot of cities and counties that, again, we are responsible for. So our storm is right on top of TJ. Here's that tornado warning that has 8 more minutes left, and we're hoping that that does expire. This is a really good view here, because now we're seeing this weakening in terms of the overall circulation within that storm. So I'm going to move that just a little farther to the east and the southeast. But again, that's a little more muddled than what we were looking at just a little bit ago. So some good news there, and that's what we like to see. We like to see a muddled radar picture, which means any circulation with that has weakened considerably compared to what we were looking at a little bit ago. So we'll check and see if the National Weather Service is going to let that tornado warning roll and expire. And fingers crossed that is going to be the case on that. I know a lot of folks are asking. We're all media, emergency managers, all the National Weather Service offices across the region. We're all in what is known as a chat, so we can get real-time information to and from, and we will see if they allow that tornado warning to expire. Sometimes they'll give us a little heads up on their thought process, but I noticed downstream, coming from the National Weather Service in Morristown, Tennessee, they just, instead of a tornado warning into southwestern Virginia, they've issued a severe thunderstorm warning. So that is certainly some good news on that. But that tornado warning does continue until 5:30. It's got about 6 minutes now before that one expires, and that's going to go for just a couple more minutes. Severe thunderstorm warning, new severe thunderstorm warning, Breathitt, Lee, Owsley, and Wolfe counties. And I can show you that one graphically in just a second as we look at inside this storm to give it that hopefully that final look before that tornado warning goes by the wayside. So here's that new severe thunderstorm warning that is out, and I see a couple of those severe thunderstorm warnings that are out. So here we go for Breathitt, Clay, Leslie, Owsley, and Perry. That is going to take us until 5:45. And then farther to the north, we have a series of severe thunderstorm warnings that are coming in. You can see a new one just being issued. See the little blink there? That's the radar saying, hey, look at me. We got a brand new warning. And that's what we're doing. And that is also a warning that is going to go until I believe 6 o'clock. That'll go until the top of the hour with that severe thunderstorm warning that is out just to the west of Jackson. Those storms are getting close to the Red River Gorge area, and you're seeing those storms that will be on top of the Red River Gorge, the Mountain Parkway, coming up here in just a matter of a couple of minutes, and that will likely be a hail and damaging wind maker as it makes its way on through. I'm trying to get that to plot. There you go. That goes until 6 o'clock. Breathitt, Lee, Owsley, and Wolf. We'll move this here, and we will also highlight the severe thunderstorm warning just to the north of that. That goes until 5:45 for Estill, Lee, Menifee, Powell, and Wolf. I told you guys we're responsible for a whole lot of real estate around here, and those are the current warnings that are out into east central Kentucky. Farther to the west, that warning around Mount Vernon has been allowed to expire. Things look much, much better here across central Kentucky. Yeah, we do have the stronger thunderstorms that are out there. They're more noise makers than anything. So any hail those storms did have, likely they're losing that. Still, the strongest part of the storm is now north of Peaks Mill, north of the Stamping Ground area, heading toward Corinth and getting into southern Owen County. And we'll head toward northern Scott County and southern parts of Grant County in a matter of minutes. And then we got to turn our attention to what is happening to our west. That is kind of a bowling ball thunderstorm that is rolling through Brandenburg. That had a tornado warning with it earlier. Some stronger storms going up around E-Town and points south and southwest from there. Right now, the only warning that is out for those storms is into the Ohio River counties. And then you've got those counties across southeastern Kentucky that have numerous severe thunderstorm warnings with those, and that those warnings go for various expiration times, with the latest coming up at 6 o'clock as of now. Continuing to look to see what Jackson is going to do, the National Weather Service down there, hopefully allowing this tornado warning to go by the wayside. I think that storm is about to push out of the Bell County area anyway and into western parts of the Harlan County area. So folks around Alva, that is for you. Now, the rest of Harlan County, we are under a severe thunderstorm warning. That includes Pine Mountain, Everett's, the Everett's area, Kaywood, and that is for this these areas of severe thunderstorms that are coming out in northern or southwestern parts of Virginia. And that's a small sliver of Virginia that's down there, sandwiched between Kentucky and Tennessee. And that Southwest Virginia thunderstorm is trying to roll its way to the northeast. So up close and personal again on that storm that is on top of Highway 72 heading toward Twyla and Alva. And that is right on top of Tuggleville. That's along 2005. And not far from the 119 corridor here near South Wallens and just areas south of that. That's likely a large hail producer. But again, the circulation within that is a little more muddled, and if anything, that is now into southwestern sections of Harlan County. And I would imagine, I'm not for sure if both of those counties have tornado sirens. If they do, obviously they've been blaring now for a little while, or they should have been. But if you're hearing those tornado sirens into Harlan, into Cumberland, into Everett, that is not for your area. That is for this spin that is south of Alva, and that'll be into Virginia